Well, hello there, beautiful people. Welcome to Pretty Girl Loves Trap content. This is my recap slash review for Power Book 4 Force, Episode 7, Outrunning a Ghost. And y'all keep it real with me. How did you guys feel about this episode? To me, it was okay. Yeah, y'all. I don't have many words for it. It was just mediocre, okay? Very average to me. But I am hoping they are giving us what we are going to need in episode 8, 9, or 10, okay? Because your girl's patience is running out. It ain't that deep, y'all. Just kidding. But yeah, I'm just going to need them to up the ante a little more. Is this still a good show? I am enjoying it, but I am needing just a little bit more, okay? But y'all, let's get into the show, all right? So we start off, at this little club scene situation, okay? This episode should have been called In the Club because everybody was up in the clubs, okay? So we see this mysterious woman. She had on some stilettos, and she's going into the club and she sits down with this guy. And yeah, she puts some Dahlia on her lip and tell him, like, yeah, this is what you need. He was like, I've tried everything, little mama. There's nothing that you can surprise me with. And so he ends up, being kissed by her. And yeah, your boy was surprised and amazed, okay? And come to find out, it's your girl, Liliana. And I was like, okay, girl, you are cleaning up nice. And she had a cute little bodycon dress, her stiletto. She had on like cute little wig, hiding her scar. But she did reveal it a little bit so we can know it was her. But yeah, your girl was doing it, okay? I am calling Liliana Chameleonaire, okay? Because she is a chameleon and I love it. She is definitely giving me Effie vibes from Power Book 2, all right? So, y'all, we see Tommy and Claudia. They're having a little meeting in Claudia's penthouse. And Claudia is doing too darn much, okay? She is trying to run the shots thinking she is a vet in the game. And I'm like, girl, you have been on administrative duties for your entire life, okay? What makes you think you know everything about the streets, honey? Like, Tommy has never steered you the wrong way. So I'm going to need you to trust Tommy and what advice he has to offer, okay? Like, he's already been helping you dispose of these bodies you've been dropping. Like, girl, calm down. Because he's trying to pretty much tell her, like, hey, the price is way too high. You need to cut it. Like, Dahlia is way too expensive. We need to find a lower grade that's cost effective, that can make us more money, but can be mass produced and still have a great effect. She's not trying to hear it. I'm like, girl, just listen. Just be realistic. Like, calm down, pump your brakes. Your boy's trying to school you, okay? Anywho, we're at the barber shop, okay, and we are met by Braxton, okay. He seems to be, old member of CBI. He was out of town for a while, which had me like, what you was out of town for? Are you a CI? Like, I got my eyes on you. He probably not, y'all, but there's power, so I don't trust anybody, okay. So they're all getting reacquainted. And then we have D-Mac and Marshall, okay? And these young bucks come in trying to propose a deal. And, Marshall was like, hey, I have a cousin who's in Gary, Indiana. And yeah, we can be your couriers and, allow you guys to expand. So Jannard is all for it. He was like, yeah, bet. But your boy Diamond was like, I am not trying to go back into the jail, okay? It is cold up in cell block D. Like, I am good. And of course, they're having like a whole family spat in front of everybody. I'm like, y'all just so unprofessional. Like, hey, y'all take this to the basement. Like, this is not cool. This does not sit well with me. Okay, you guys are building an organization, so management should not be arguing in front of the employees. I'm just saying. But y'all run your business how y'all want to. Okay. So we see your boy Walter. Okay, and your boy has his pamphlets and his doctor, documentation. And we pretty much see that they're for lung cancer. So your boy has lung cancer. But yeah, he's on some YOLO-ish, okay? Because he went ahead and threw those papers in the flame, okay? He was like, I don't need no treatment. Treatment for what? Like, I'm good. I'm like, okay, you trying to be with your lovely wife. Okay, whatever, Walter. So your Uncle Paulie, he comes in and, Walter just tells him about the serves and Paulie is not happy about it, okay? He was like, you are pretty much like causing a whole situation. We don't have enough manpower. And Walter was like, get whatever we have. And, we tooling up in here, okay? Because you can't be messing with my kids, all right? And so we see Vic, okay? He just had a lovely night with Gloria, but there's something missing. It's Gloria, okay? I don't know how he didn't realize she was not in the house, but yeah, your girl left him a little goodbye note and saying she needs some quote unquote space. I was like, oh girl, did you get your 40 acres and a mule? Did you went ahead like and cashed out? Because if you did, I would not be mad at you, all right? We're gonna see what happened with Gloria. Was it voluntary or involuntary? Y'all let me know in the comments. And since I'm speaking of comments, y'all please like this video, okay? And subscribe to my channel if you're not already a subscriber, all right? So y'all, we're having a meeting at the lab, and yeah, Tommy's pretty much getting everybody abreast of the situation about how we need to go ahead and find a cheaper version of Dolly, okay? And Lauren, she was like, we do not want to compromise the integrity of what I have created, okay? This is very dangerous, okay? This can be a blowback. But Tommy was like, no, this is what you're here for. This is your job. I'm gonna need you to do what you need to do so we can get this drug popping in these streets, all right? So she's like, okay, master, whatever. She has no choice. But, throughout the trials, her and Lauren and Liliana, they kind of built a little rapport. And Liliana was telling her, like, hey, whatever you have created, it is fire. I've tried to duplicate it and crack it. And yeah, I wasn't able to do it. And so, they started like, kikiing together. And yeah, before you know it, I guess your girl Lauren, I'm sorry, she felt comfortable. So she was telling Liliana, like, hey, you have to get me out of here, okay? I am a great employee, okay? So I do not miss work. And if I miss a day, they are going to be very, very suspicious, okay? And so your girl Liliana was like, call your boss, okay? So she speaks to her boss, pretty much telling her, like, hey, or telling him, like, yeah, Lauren has some health issues, and yeah, due to HIPAA laws, we cannot disclose of them. But yeah, she would not be in work today. And I was like, okay, good looking out. I love how Liliana could just switch up her voice and her look. Like, I just love that. Okay, you need that on your team. So, of course, Lauren had a whole nother excuse, child. She was like, I got a date too tonight. Like, this is our third date, and we expect to get it on and popping. And so Claudia was like, no, I'm sorry, Liliana, she was like, you pushing it, girl, but I'm gonna see what I can do. And I'm like, okay, well, we'll see if Tommy let her go on a little field trip. So JP and Tommy meet, and JP was like, put me in the game, coach, okay? I could do something easy, like I need to earn some bread, okay? So whatever position you feel that is going to be best for me, I am down for it, okay? And Tommy was like, there's no easy part of this organization. I'm like, JP, like, pump your brakes. Like, can't you get like a PPP loan or something? Like, what's going on here, bro? Like, my man is desperate, okay? But he also tells Tommy that grandma is sick. She had like a stroke or an aneurysm. They're not quite sure, but she doesn't have long to go. And so JP was like, we need to call mommy. Mommy Kate, she needs to be advised. And Tommy was like, for what? Like, she ain't gonna do you no good. But yeah, JP was like, I can go ahead and see what she's about for myself, okay? Like, I've been lied to, and I just want to see. And I'm like, Tommy, you need to go ahead and just let him see his mama, see how effed up Kate is, and he'll have some closure, okay? Because your boy is not going to stop wondering. And I'm really not mad at JP. Like, I get it. You just found out your mom's alive. You just found out about your brother. You got a lot going on. So, yeah, I do not feel like JP is wrong. Like, Tommy, just give him the number, child. Like, let him send him a text or something. I don't know. So we see your boy Walter, okay? He over there just smoking all of the cigarettes. I'm sure he's at a pack a day. So I'm like, bruh, you're just expediting this whole lung cancer situation. But I guess you want some, YOLO type stuff. But he's telling his kids, like, yeah, we need to amp up security. So Claudia, I'm gonna put 2 men on you. And yeah, Vic, you need to be careful, make sure you're strapped. So Claudia, she thinks she a big dog, woof woof. So she's like, I don't need no protection. Okay, I'm good. But we really know that she don't want daddy to know what she got going on. But yeah, he was like, No, girl, you think you hard, but you ain't hard. You ain't hard. I'm like, oh, Papa Walter, I wish you knew what she been up to. She been catching bodies and selling drugs and everything. Like, oh, I can't wait till he finds out, y'all. But she ends up leaving, and so Walter tells Vic, go ahead and put 2 men on her. So I'm like, okay, we'll see how that turns out, all right? And so we see Tommy, he's walking down the street, right? And so he notices somebody is following him. And of course, it's D Mac. He hems D Mac up. He's like, who sent you here? Who sent you here? And I was hoping Tommy recognized him from the barbershop. And he said, hey, who sent you here? Was it Diamond? Was it Jannard? He was like, don't worry about all that. But no, I'm here because I am your little angel, okay? I'm your nephew that you don't know. He didn't say that. He was like, well, I'm gonna need you to watch your back. And Tommy was like, why are you trying to warn me? Like, what's going on? He was like, hey, I have my reasons, but yeah, just watch your back. Keep your strap on. And I'm like, okay, D-Mac, good looking out. Good looking out. I appreciate that. But I wonder if Tommy's wheels is turning because he ended the scene. He was like, So that brain is thinking because Tommy is a genius right now. Okay. So D-Mac, he goes to his, little way. But I'm like, okay, he gets some, good points for me. All right. So this next scene, it was one of my favorite scenes, but it also annoyed the hell out of me. Okay. So we see about 5, maybe 8 girls or so. They coming into Claudia's penthouse. And these are some of the girls that have been promoting Dahlia in the clubs. So she's pretty much telling him like, hey, you guys are, make the cut. So moving forward, this is how we're going to roll. So I'm going to give you guys the players. Do not stray away from the players. If you see somebody babysitting their little drink on the corner on the side, they are the po-po, so stay away from them. If you get hemmed up, here's a card, call this person, and he will help you out the situation. So, Liliana and Claudia, they were both kind of giving these orders. So it was really cool just seeing this girl power of it all. But I was hella annoyed because why are you letting these women know where you rest your head at, Gloria? Like, Gloria, like, Lord, Gloria must be talking about me. Claudia, like, this is what I've been talking about, okay? You think you know everything, but you don't know. So if it was Tommy and Ghost, they would have had them set up, in a little warehouse or what have you. Like, they would have did it right. And so I wonder if this is going to blow back on her if one of the girls get hemmed up and they end up leading, the cops or somebody to Claudia's penthouse. Like, I could really see this becoming a bad thing. So at the end of the training session, Liliana peeps Claudia talking to one of the girls. She was like, hey, get the redhead over there and, have her, introduce this Dahlia to my brother. And I'm like, oh, are you trying to make this a family business, Claudia? Like, Tommy can't trust nobody up in here, okay, except for Liliana, because she a real one. So we at the lab again, child, and there's more frustration because your girl Lauren, she's trying to switch up the formula, but it is not working. It's getting very frustrating. And Tommy, he's venting to, Liliana. He's like, this is the first time that I really had something on my own, and this gotta work out. So, she's trying to comfort him and what have you, give him some encouraging words like a good old partner would do. And then, we see that that Lauren walks out and she's pretty much swapped clothes with Liliana because Tommy is letting her go on her date. And I'm just like, okay, Tommy, come through with the good employment skills. I mean, I'm not sure if I would have did that. But yeah, I guess that's all right. But I'm like, oh, Liliana been out and about all day with them clothes on. Like that ain't hot. Like, did you, take a little whole bath in the bathroom or something? Like, please let me know you freshened up because that ain't cute, girl. So we see Love Sick Vic. Love Sick Vic. He in the booth, VIP in some club, looking at old text messages. Or not really old, ignored text messages that he's been sending Gloria pretty much for the whole day. And she's not responding. And he in his little situation by himself. So we see Tommy and JP come in this club. And I'm like, Tommy, why are you bringing JP when you over here doing recon? Because I forgot to mention, your girl Liliana told Tommy about what Claudia said to one of the girls. So, he told her, like, hey, when you find out where they're going to be, let me know. So this is, fast forwarding. We're, assuming that Claudia let Tommy know what had happened and where they are at. So Tommy sees the girl give Dahlia too big, and of course he gets high. But I'm like, we know big drinks, but does he do drugs or has he done drugs in the past? Like, I don't know. I wonder how this gonna affect him. We don't need no more junkies up in here. Okay, we see, Uncle Paulie dealing with a situation. Like, we don't need that. But anywho, we see, Lauren go on her little date, and yeah, Liliana is the third wheel, and Lauren said and told her date that she is his cousin. I'm like, okay, I guess by marriage, but why were you sitting at the table, ma'am? You couldn't go to the bar or go to a table afar, like, yeah, that was very invasive. Like, that wasn't cute. And I wonder if he was like, dang, do I gotta pay for her too? Like, we be budgeting up here in these streets, like, yeah, that was interesting. So we see Jannard and the crew, up in the club, Jannard, Blackston, Marshall, and a couple other dudes. And, Jannard was like, hey, like, where's D Mac? And so Marshall was like, hey, I've been trying to call him. I guess you busy. But yeah, your boy Marshall's doing way too much. You could tell this is his first time in the club because he don't know how to act. He being all loud and just very uncouth. I'm like, oh, act like you been somewhere. And he also is trying to take pictures for social media. And I'm like, oh, this sounds like old dude from Power Book 2. What was his name? From DGT. Yeah, whatever. But yeah, he was doing too much. But yeah, these young boys, they be doing that, telling all the business or what have you. And Jannard was telling him, like, hey, act like you been somewhere. Like, put that away. So yeah, we see a girl come over to Jannard and she ends up giving him that Dahlia and he gets all high and whatnot. And I'm like, bruh, was this a plan? Like, was we supposed to be telling? I guess this was the plan for CBI to know about this, but Jannard, ugh, anywho. So we see Diamond at the barbershop with Adrian. I'm like, why are you taking her here? She already know where you live at. Like, your boy is falling over heels. And I think she's falling too, okay? And I'm like so annoyed. Well, they end up having a little moment and they're sharing, some little details about each other. And she's telling about, her father used to take her to the barber shop and blah, blah, blah. So they end up getting on. I'm like, I really want to like Adrienne. Girl, you better prove yourself to me because if you end up like being, we know what you are. You pretty much a reporter. We find that out. And they're supposed to be doing a story about, just the rise and fall of, kingpins or what have you. And her boss was like, no, it's just not a general situation. This is about Diamond Sampson, okay? So yeah, it seems as though her boss may have switched up the plan. And yeah, Adrian, you are in a little pickle, but I could tell Adrian's going to figure out a way to get out of this. I'm like, oh, Adrian, are you going to catch a body? Because we already see like her boss or coworker has got to die. She got to die. That's it. Okay. So we see the boys, they are outside of the club, about to end their night. Jannard, he's in the car getting it on with, the chick from the club. And yeah, Blackston and Marshall, they're outside of the club chilling, Your boy Marshall is drunk, okay? Next thing we see D Mac, he smacks him upside of the head. He was like, oh, you been posting all night? Where you been at? You trying to just knock me out this whole deal? He was like, ain't no deal. No. My cousin and Gary, that's my cousin. So yeah, this is my plan. This is my place. So boo boo, you are out. Okay, you're the weakest link. Goodbye. And I'm like, dang. Be your own people's child. So, y'all, Jannard, he pitching Dahlia to Diamond, okay? And he was like, hey, this is a new wave. Like, this drug is not like any other. And Diamond was like, no, I cannot risk trying to release a new drug. I'm not trying to go back to the pen. Like, that ain't it, okay? We don't know nothing about it. We don't know the effects, the blowbacks. Like, no. And I'm like, oh, I wish somebody had that thought when, crack was out or was, being introduced. But that's neither here nor there, y'all. And so we see, Vic, he's telling Walter that him and Glow are over, which we don't know if that's true or not. But yeah, he said something real deep. He told Walter, like, yeah, you're my family, but Gloria's my home. I was like, ooh, you really in love. You got bars, Vic. Like, I like that. And so we see Diamond and Tommy, they're at the Diamond's little favorite little eatery or what have you. And he's asking Tommy about this drug. Tommy is lying very horribly about it. And yeah, so we're want to see what's going on because Diamond, make up your mind, bruh. Because 1 minute you don't want nothing to do with it. Now you intrigued and think this is the future. Like, make it make sense. Like, I'm just a little annoyed about Diamond's inconsistencies. Like, what is going on? So we see Jannard and his crew, they meet up with Marshall's cousin, which is played by Freddie Gibbs. And so they're pretty much going back and forth. There's a little static, but they end up coming to agreement. So it looks like we are expanding and franchising CBI. This is going to be interesting, y'all. So back at the lab, Lauren figured out the solution, y'all. So now we have a more affordable, potent version of Dahlia. And Tommy comes in. He could tell he was just so gleeful and appreciative. Now, oh, you want to give her a bonus? Give her a raise because she's been working hard, okay? And so Tommy was like, oh my God, this is perfect. I can't wait. So he ends up putting little samples on the table, and Liliana, Claudia, Tommy, and your girl Lauren started sampling the new product all together. And just started laughing and giggling like this is a sitcom or something. I'm like, what's going on here? Like, who does that? You guys just she just finished creating this product and you all four are going to try it at the same time for the very first time. Like, make it make sense. That does not make sense at all. I'm just saying, like, normally you would have a tester or just have somebody that's disposable to try it out because if something goes wrong, you risk of killing somebody. Like, it just, that last scene bothered me in my soul, y'all. Let me know how y'all felt about that scene and this episode. That was pretty much the end. So yeah, we have 3 more episodes left. So we're going to have to see what they are going to give us, okay? Because you know I love Tommy. I'm riding for him. And yeah, that is all, folks. So please like this video, subscribe to my channel. And yeah, I will catch you in episode 8. Bye-bye.